Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama. Today's 5 Ways Wednesday, and I'm going to show you 5 ways to pack a Jujube Be Light. Most of the prints I'm going to show you today you can find at thesensiblemama.com. So if you're in the market for a Be Light, I would love for you to shop with me. I'm also going to show you just some cool gear that I tend to pack in my Be Light. And anything that I have the links for, I will put them down in the description box down below. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and get started. The first way I'm going to show you to pack a Be Light is as a pump bag. So this is my Detoted Be Light. I don't actually have this in stock in my shop right now, but I do plan on getting it because I absolutely love this print. I had this Detoted by Nikki Mobs, so she actually removed the tote straps and I added a beautiful seatbelt strap from Natalie Jensen, and I will link both of those ladies down below. The first thing that I always made sure to pack in my pump bag was a swell bottle for water. You ladies who have pumped, you know that you have to stay hydrated. It helps with milk production, and you just tend to get thirsty while you're pumping or breastfeeding. In the other front bottle pocket, I have a small set piece. And I used this for medicines that I was taking shortly after birth to help me with recovery and with milk production as well. I had a totally natural birth at home, which was amazing. And if you guys want to hear the story, I'd love to share it with you. But I had a lot of recovery to do after that, and this stuff was just simply amazing. I believe I have the Amazon link for this, so I will provide that as well. The other thing that I liked to keep in here was my Mother Love More Milk Plus. This is just something that's designed to help with milk production, so I liked to always take that while I was pumping because it was just a time when I was thinking about how much milk I was producing. There was always the anxiety of was I producing enough milk, and that always prompted me to take my milk production pills while I was pumping. Alright, on to the inside of the Be Light. Here's a little shot of what it looks like all packed up. One of the first things that I like to have with me when I was pumping was something to read. You would be astonished how quickly you get bored while you're trying to pump. So I always like to carry a book with me, and I liked to bring my Bible for pumping. It just seemed like a good time to spend a little bit of time in the Word. This is a custom Bible cover that I had done by CJ Pipsqueak. This is one of a kind. She had never made one of these before, and I emailed her and asked her if she would like to give it a try, and she totally did, and I love this thing. Alright, so the first thing I'll show you is a large set piece in the First Mate print. And in here, what I liked to keep was my nursing cover. I love this nursing cover. It's got a nice bowed out top so that you can actually look down and see what you're doing. This part goes over your neck and it clasps through those metal hooks. And I just liked having this with me in case I needed to cover up while I was pumping. It folds up nice and neat when you're finished with it, which I love. This is also something that we carry at thesensiblemama.com. I swear this is not like a promo for my business. I just happen to end up carrying all of the brands that I love the most. You know, when I started my business, I said, well, I want to carry products that I love, and so I sought out the manufacturers of all the items that I like the most, so that's why I carry those things in my shop. The other thing that I kept in here, and you guys are gonna laugh, but I always kept a little bit of deodorant. If you have ever pumped before, you understand, and if you're getting ready to be on the pumping journey, you're gonna learn soon that breastfeeding and pumping tends to make you really hot and sometimes a little sweaty. And so I just liked to have my deodorant there with me so that I could slap that on there if I needed to. Next, I have a Be Quick, also in the First Mate print. I used this quick for putting changes of clothes for myself. Sometimes, unfortunately, you do spring a leak when you are breastfeeding, and often that would happen just before it was time for me to pump, and I would have a wet stain on my shirt and I would want to change, so I always kept a quick with me so that I could do that. I have a spare nursing bra here in case the one that I was wearing got wet. I have a nursing tank. These have the snap hooks on them, just like a nursing bra does. So you can actually unsnap that and remove it so that you can breastfeed discreetly. And lastly, I just have a spare shirt in there, just in case I manage to leak all the way through my bra and my nursing tank and my shirt that I was wearing, I could toss a new shirt on also. In the back zipper pocket, I have a small Planet-Wise wet bag, and this was for tossing anything wet into. So if I had leaked through my nursing bra that I was wearing, I could toss that in here. These are PUL lined, which means that they don't leak through. That makes them great for carrying anything wet with you. So what I was able to do is toss a wet nursing bra or a wet t-shirt into here in case I needed to change out of the wet stuff and into the dry stuff that I had packed in my bag with me. The last thing in here is a fuel cell, and I'm gonna pull this out so you can see how it's packed. What this has in it is the pump and all of the essential pump parts. In the top zipper pocket, I have the tubing. I have all of the pump accessories sitting on top here. And then of course down in the bottom of the fuel cell, I have the pump itself as well as the cable here tucked down into the side. This is a Medela Pump and Style Advanced. It's a wonderful, wonderful pump. It actually comes in a really huge tote that I didn't like very much, which is why I put my pump inside of a fuel cell. But I love this Medela Pump and Style Advanced. I'll link it down below in case anybody wants to check that out. And you can see that despite the kind of small appearance of a Be Light, that fuel cell is able to fit in there even with all the other things that I showed you. So I tried a lot of different ways of packing my pump bag, and the Be Light was by far my favorite. Next, I'm going to show you how I like to pack a Be Light as a work bag. This is a Queen of the Jungle print. This bag has not been detoted, I still have the totes on it, but I did add some gold D-rings to this, and I have attached a Queen of the Jungle messenger strap as well. As you'll see in a minute, I have this packed up with kind of heavy things, and sometimes it's just really nice to be able to take that Be Light and throw it either over your shoulder or crossbody, and you can still carry it tote style if you want to. Alright, so in the front bottle pocket of this Be Light, I have my Be Spendy. In the other front bottle pocket, I have a medium set piece, and this is basically for all of my charging equipment for all of the different pieces of technology that I have with me on a given work day. Moving on to the inside of the bag, here's how it looks from the top. The first thing that I have in here is my headphones. Now, usually I just use my iPhone headphones that came with the phone, but I absolutely love these headphones. These are by a company called Boom, and these are kind of a cheaper version of the Bose headphones, but from all the reviews that I've read, these are just as good as the Bose headphones, just they have a cheaper price point. I love using these for listening to music or for taking conference calls or whatever, and if you can get past feeling kind of dorky by having an actual like headphones over your head, these are really, really great. The sound quality is great. Somehow, even though I don't see a built-in microphone here, I guess it's this on this side. People can hear me really well when I'm doing conference calls, so these for me are a must-have for work, whether I'm working in an office environment or I'm at a Starbucks taking calls, or needing to drown out other people's noise. These are great for me. Next, I have my planner case that has all of my planning stuff in it. This is my Erin Condren Life Planner, and I love it. Without this thing, I would never get anything done. I also have in here my Erin Condren notebook, and I use this just for anything that I need to be keeping track of in my life. I have a YouTube kind of section in here, finances, projects that I'm working on, sermon notes, just a scratch pad here for anything that I need to be writing down. So I like to have that with me just because it's another thing that helps me stay organized. And the last thing that I have in here is this little menu book. I don't know why, but it seems that whenever I have really important work to do, that's when my meal planning for the week seems to come to me. Lastly, inside the main part of the bag, I have my tech case This has my MacBook Air in it, as well as my Surface Pro. If you're curious, you cannot fit a Megatech inside of a Be Light. You can fit the Microtech, but not the Megatech. So unfortunately, I'm just using one that I got probably at Target or something. And lastly, in the back zipper pocket, all I have is a small set piece that has my pillowcase in it, packed with lots of Tylenol or Advil or whatever for in case the people in the office are giving you a headache. And then I have my bag hook for hanging up my Be Light so that it doesn't touch the floor. This part hangs down and you can hang your bag so that it doesn't get dirty. I've shown this in past videos, but I wanted to show it again since this is a 5 Ways Wednesday on the Be Light. But one of my favorite ways for carrying the Be Light is actually to put my baby carrier in. I've shown you in the past how a Lilla baby fits inside of a Be Light, and to be honest with you, although that's what I've always used to keep my Lilla babies in, the Lilla baby does fit kind of snugly in here, and it can be difficult to get it in and out. You have to have it folded just right. This is an Ergo baby in here, and as you can see, there's actually still lots of room inside of the bag. Down in here is the entire Lilla baby carrier. I didn't have to do anything special to get it folded up in there. I just kind of rolled it, I guess. So here's how I had it packed in there, and I just open up like this. And there's the entire carrier that was inside of the Be Light. Alright, so the last 2 ways that I'm going to show you how to pack the Be Light are just my 2 favorite ways to pack this as a diaper bag. The first way is using large Be Organized pieces down in the bottom to give the bag some structure and make it be able to stand up a little bit better. So first things first, on the outside of the bag I have a Swell bottle for me, and I have my son's Paw Patrol sippy cup. In the main part of the bag, I have packed on top a large Be-Set piece in the black diamond print and a medium piece behind it. In the large piece, I have just entertainment stuff for my son. In the medium set piece, I have changes of clothes for him, as well as a pair of sunglasses. And then I've shown these in a couple of videos, but these are his Tuga sunglasses. These come with 2 different straps, a small strap for an infant and a long strap for a toddler. My son tends to be one of those kids who needs sunglasses because he has bright blue eyes and they're very sensitive to the sun, but he tends to pull other sunglasses off. So Babyators haven't really worked for us so far, but these really do. They have this strap that goes behind the head, so it keeps them on comfortably and it gives your baby the protection for his eyes from the sun. Down in the bottom is where I have my 2 Be Organized pieces. Again, these are the large set pieces. The first one in the Unikiki print is packed for eating time, and in here I have a pouch of food for emergencies, some neat cheeks of course, we use those like crazy in this house, a Be Neat. I have a little pack of formula. As I talked about in one of my past videos, our breastfeeding journey ended abruptly and now we're having to use formula for this last month until he turns a year, so I always make sure I have that with me. I have a Bath & Body Works pocket back in here with a pocket back holder, and this is just for sanitizing our hands before we start eating. And of course, his slip-resistant bowl. I love this thing because it actually sticks to the surface so he can't move it around or tip it over, and it's got these great compartments for the different things that he's eating. And lastly, down in the very bottom is another large Be Organized piece, and this piece is just packed with diapering stuff. So I've got his wipes here, which will soon be replaced with a wipe pouch, which I cannot wait to get, his baby powder, a wet bag for his dirty diapers, and down underneath these 2 I have a light change pad from a Be Sporty. Here's the inside of this Black Magic Be Light. This has got the Black Beauty print on the inside, which is the same print as the last Be Light that I showed you. And the last thing that I have inside this bag is down in the zipper pocket, and I just have a small set piece in the Peekaboo print packed as a wallet. I have a Be Charged in here with my credit cards and my ID. I have some lipstick, and a tampon. So that's everything that I need for Mama down in there and hidden away in this nice little zipper pocket so that I feel that it's safe and I don't feel like it's going to get snatched like I feel if I keep it in the front bottle pockets right here. Alright, and the last way I'm going to show you to pack a Be Light as a diaper bag is in this Blackout print, and I have basically everything that was in the last Be Light in the Black Magic print that I showed you, plus a little bit more. I find this way to be just a teensy bit more economical, and although I like both ways, I might kind of prefer this one a little bit better. It just kind of depends on how you like to pack things up. So again, on the outside, I have my son's cup. Instead of a bottle for me this time, I have my Black Magic Be Spendy. This is another thing that we have in stock in our store. We have this and the Black Beauty print, and both the Be Rich and the Be Spendy. I tend to like the Be Rich a little more just because I am more of a credit card and debit card person, but I do love that the Be Spendy has enough space in it to put my phone, which is an iPhone 6s Plus. So that is definitely handy when you're carrying a Be Light. Since there aren't as many compartments, it's nice to have that spendy to put all kinds of things in, including your checkbook, lipstick, phone, whatever. On the inside of the bag, like I said, I have everything that was in the last Be Light plus a little bit more. I have that same medium set piece that I had before that has his changes of clothes and his sunglasses in it. Instead of using that large set piece for my son's toys, I'm using a medium Be Organized piece. And in here, I was able to fit everything that was in that large set piece, plus this enormous, well, there goes his toys, plus this enormous Kermit the Frog that certainly would not have fit in the large set piece. I was actually able to fit one other bag here on the top, and that is a small Be Organized piece, which I have packed for medical needs. I have sitting on top a coin purse in the Kaiju City print, and in here I have his little toothbrush and toothpaste for brushing his teeth after we eat while we're out. And then I have some cough syrup. My son has been sick lately, so we're staying on top of that. A little bit of ibuprofen and a syringe, and a little Zarbee's immune pack for me, just in case I'm feeling a little sick. I can pour this in some water and help give my immune system a little kick. Down in the bottom, instead of having two large Be Organized pieces stacked one on top of the other like I did in the last bag, this time I have two quicks sitting side by side. Now again, these are the same things that I had in the last Be Light that I showed you. This Be Quick is in the Perky Toki print, and it's packed with all of the eating things that I showed you before. I decided to hook the pocket back on the handle of this Be Quick just because I thought it looked cute that way. And then on the inside, I have all the same things that were in that large Be Organized piece. The last thing that I have in the main part of the bag is a Be Quick in the Duchess print. And this is what I have all of his diapering things in. So it's the same as last time. That was in the large Be Organized piece. I have his Planet-Wise medium wet bag, a spare diaper, his wipes, and down in the bottom is his baby powder and butt paste. And finally, in the main zipper pocket, that is where I am keeping the change pad. This is the light change pad from a Be Sporty, and it fits perfectly well down inside of that zipper pocket. Alright everyone, so that's it for this week's 5 Ways Wednesday of 5 ways to pack the Jujube Be Light. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, I would love it if you would give a thumbs up down below so that I know that you liked it. And if you want to, make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of the new content that I have coming out each week. If you're looking for a Be Light, again, I would love it if you would shop at my store, thesensiblemama.com. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'm going to show you some videos up on the exit screen that you can check out if you want to. And as always, you can click right here to subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.